Right now, the Reuters news agency is reporting the Senate leaders are making progress in talks to resolve Washington's latest fiscal crisis. After budget talks with the House failed, action turned to the Senate. Majority Leader Harry Reid sounded upbeat yesterday after a phone call with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell.
I've had a productive conversation with Republican leader this afternoon. Our discussions were substantive, and we'll continue those discussions. I'm optimistic about the prospects for a positive conclusion.
The bottom line, time is now a big factor with just 3 days to get any compromise through the House and the Senate. Joining us now, Republican Senator John Barrasso of Wyoming. Are you optimistic, Senator, that this deal can be reached?
I am optimistic. It's important that we stop this shutdown, that we get the government open, and that we get people back to work. Fundamentally, though, we cannot continue on this spending binge that we have in Washington, and now it looks like the spendaholics here, the president and the Democrats in Congress, want another new credit card without any limits on how they can spend the money.
Do you think that the president is winning?
Well, we met with the president on Friday. I don't think anyone wins. The American people certainly aren't winning. It's important that we get the government open again. The situation is, and the American people know, we cannot continue to spend at the rate that we're spending, or the country is going to be bankrupt. We have a $17 trillion debt, and what Harry Reid and the president have asked for is a new credit card. This would be the 6th time in just 5 years that the president wants a debt ceiling increase, and the amount they want is $1 million a minute for the next year, way beyond the 2014 elections. $1 million a minute unchecked.
But I don't have to tell you, Senator, the supposition in the press and elsewhere is that Democrats feel that they have Republicans over a barrel right now, because not only are they not budging on Republican demands, now they're also saying, hey, those sequester cuts that we all agreed to earlier this year, we want to shrink those. We want to spend more money.
And the American people know that families can't spend that way, and our government can't spend that way either. The American people are overwhelmingly with us, who say you cannot just continue to borrow more and more money and put this on the backs of our children and our grandchildren when there are problems with getting them jobs, getting careers, getting opportunities for these next generations. That's where the real concern is. And when the markets look at where we are, it's not so much the fact that we haven't approved the debt ceiling increase, it's that we don't have a credible solution, a real plan to deal with our long-term debt and spending.
But you've seen the polls, and the polls indicate that at least the Republicans are getting the majority of the blame for this government shutdown. As long as that is the case, are you going to be able to make these points and somehow leverage the president and the Democrats to try to fix some of the spending issues?
We need to get the government open. We need to stop the shutdown. We need to get people back to work. People agree to that. We also need to keep spending under control. And that's my focus now with this president's request to raise the debt ceiling by $1 million a minute for well over the next year.
Senator John Barrasso, Republican from Wyoming, we wish you well in getting this thing solved.
Thanks,
Senator,
John.
thank you.